Hello everyone, I am Dr. Sheena Abraham. In today's episode, you will learn data visualization. R can be used to create graphs. So in this episode, you will learn how to draw bar plot and histogram. In bar plot, you will learn to draw simple bar plot, colored bar plot, stacked bar plot, and grouped bar plot. And you will learn simple histogram and also colored histogram. So when we draw a bar plot, we all know that in bar plot we have a table chart in which we mention one side there are two axes, x-axis and y-axis. In x-axis are the different categories and in y-axis we shows the number of frequency. So now we will take our data frame from our environment, that is empty car. So first of all we will view the empty car. In this empty car, we will take the gear column. We will see the histogram bar plot of a gear column. So when we say gear column, there are two things we want. How many gears are there and what is the frequency of each gear, means how many respondents mentioned the same gear. For that we will use table function. In table function we will pass empty cars dollar gear so that it will display as the gear number of frequency in each gear. So here we can see that in 3 there are three types of gear, 3, 4 and 5. In 3, 15 is the frequency, 4, 12 is the frequency and 5 is the frequency. So in this way we have to draw a bar plot of this data. To draw a bar plot of this data, the command to draw is bar plot. First argument is the vector table which we have to pass and we have to specify whether I want to draw it horizontal or norm vertical. So for the vertical we will only pass the vector. So now we say bar plot C. We can see here it has given you a simple bar plot where 3 is having the frequency is shown 15, 4 frequency is 12 and 5 gears is 5. As you can see that in this gear, 4 gear, how many respondents? It is counting how many vehicle has mentioned 4 gears, how many vehicle have mentioned 3 gears and how many vehicle have mentioned 5 gears. So in this way the chart is drawn. Now in bar plot there is an option that if you want to draw horizontal bar plot, that time you have to mention horiz equals to true. Bar plot the command will remain same. Bar plot first is you will pass the data frame C and then horiz equals to true. When you pass this you can see that it has given you a horizontal bar plot in your fourth block. So here when you say fourth block, this charts can be zoomed. You can see a zoom of this chart. You can see if you want to export this chart also and save it in your PDF, you can save as. Here there is an option export, save as image, save as PDF, copy to clipboard. So once the chart is generated, you can use this chart anywhere in your PowerPoint presentation, Word, wherever you wish, you can take this chart. And now we will see further examples. As we all know that we can access SPSS files also in this. To access a SPSS file, we require a library for it. We will take the library for it. My SPSS file is stored in this data frame path. So I will set my path first. Once I will set my path, I will read my SPSS file. Once the SPSS file is read, I will just view my SPSS file. To view my SPSS file, after viewing in my SPSS file, I can see there are various data frames are given. To view this SPSS file, after viewing the data from this SPSS file, we will take the question number 2. Here we will see the question number 2. When we access that, here it has shown small scale. There are 12 respondents who have mentioned that they are from small scale industry. 14 respondents mentioned they are from the medium scale industry, and 22 respondents they have mentioned they are from the large scale industry. So now if I want to draw a bar plot of this table, this is my table. So in bar plot, in previous bar plot, what we have seen that we were not having any naming, like we have not given any names to the bar plot, not even to the x-axis and y-axis. So how to give the names or text to this thing? So when we write a bar plot, if you write simple C1, it will only create a bar plot C1. But if you want to mention a heading to this, you will say, you can give the heading. So we can say that number of respondents respondents per industry. If I have given this number of respondents per industry as a heading, in X lab means in X axis I have given scale of industry, in Y axis I have given count per industry, and here I want to show a legend which is in the corner where I have to show a legend that small scale is what color, and I want to give the colors also. Since I have three columns, I'll give three colors, that is red, yellow and green. For to specify your color, you can say COL function. To give your legend, you have say legend. And here you can specify any color. If you specify only one color, it will give the same color to the entire bar plot. We will run this. So now we can see that our legend is appearing. Now I'll zoom it. So here we can see that my chart is appearing small scale, medium scale, large scale, and here whatever the x-axis is scale of industry, y-axis count per hundred, number of respondents. Here we can see the entire thing is upcoming properly. For example, if I give only one color, it will give me only one color. It is up to us that how I want to display it. Now for in the second example, we will see if I want to show the legends name as I don't want to show full x-axis small scale full name. Here since I wanted full name, I specified row name C1. But here since I wanted to give a shortcut, I will do that. Same things I can apply here also. Here I will say number of respondents. The heading is number of respondents per industry. Per industry. So X lab is scale of industry, scale of industry, and Y lab is frequency, or we can say count per industry, count of count per industry. So here I have given a different colors. In this way also I can draw it. So here you can see I have given three different color. In place of using the same row name, I have given my own row names. So for that you can use legend equals to, you can give a small scale name, and the argument names dot arg function is used to specify ss, ms and ls in place of full. So let us revise that. First thing, the command to draw a bar plot is bar plot, and first argument will be your data frame, and after that you have xlab. Xlab is to specify the name of the x-axis, ylab is to specify the name of the y-axis, main is to specify the header name, name of your graph, legend is to specify the names which you want to show in the legend, color is to specify the colors. Since we have here three columns, we will specify three colors, and if you want to give any border, you will specify border equals to blue, any color you can specify. And name.arg, since I wanted to change the name, that's why I've given name.arg, ss, ms and so this was the colored bar plot. Now we will see how to draw a stacked bar plot. Stacked bar plot means in one graph, I want to show two values. For example, I want to see empty cars, empty cars gear in each gear how many cycles are available. So what we will see the table for this. So here we can see this is the type of table, means we have gear number 3, we have gear 4, we have gear 5. Okay, and in third gear, here we can see CYL. In empty cars we had two columns, gear and CYL. In gear number 4 there are 6, 4, 6 and 8. These are the CYLs mentioned. So we will see in gear number 3 gear, if I say CYL, 4 CYL there was 1, 6 CYL there was 2, 8 CYL. In this way the matrix was generated. Now if I want to draw a graph of this matrix, I will see how it we will do. Since here we have numbers, so I want in my graph I don't want to show 3 4 5. So I will create a character vector 3 4 5, and for the legend also I'll create a character vector 4 6 and 8. So name.arg, in name.arg, that is the y-axis name, I will mention M, that is 3 4 5 will come. Main car distribution by gears and cycle CYL, and number of gears and frequency of CYL. So it will show the number of gears and frequency of CYLs in each gear. And column I have mentioned 3 colors. In row name I want to mention the row names count, and legend, in legend I will mention that, and horizontal true. So I will remove right now horizontal, I want to show it in a vertical form only. So we will execute this. So here we can see that 3 in gear number 3 we have 1 2 3, means cycle 1, cycle 4 we have 1, cycle blue color is for cycle 4, CYL4, pink color, and blue is for 6 and 8. So in this way this is called stacked bar chart, which has displaying the 3 category, and each category if there is any variations it is showing that also. Now we will see how to draw a bar plot. So the only difference in the previous and this one is that here in place of using one value, we are using two values, means we are using gear wise cycle number. So in each gear, if there is cycles, we have also given the separation in that. So next we will see two bar chart. Same things, I don't want stacked way, I want it in the consecutive lines of bar plot. That time also, if I can mention that. So the only difference in this is that we will use the same command, x-axis, y-axis, everything. The only is beside equals to true. If you say beside equals to true, in this case it will not generate the table in a stacked fashion. It will generate the table in rows in a next columns. So I will not mention horizontal equals to true. So I will see it in a vertical fashion. And here in place color gray, blue, brown, I'll mention 3 good colors. Red, green, yellow. I'll mention 3 colors. Now if I execute, you can see this is coming sideways. It is coming beside. This is called grouped bar chart, in which the bar plots are coming in category 3. In 3 gear we have 1, 2 and 4, CYL4, 6 and 8. 4, 1, 2, 3, then this way it will be arranged. Now we can see if I remove this beside equals to true, what will happen? It will convert to stacked bar chart. The only difference is that in stacked bar chart and beside, if you say beside equals to true, it will create a sideways, and if you will not keep beside equals to true, it will give you a stack bar chart. So in this way we can draw bar chart. So means basically we can draw. In today's class we learned how to draw a simple bar chart, how to draw a colored bar chart, how to draw a stacked bar chart, and how to draw a bar chart which is adjacent to each other. And now we will see how to draw a histogram. For the bar plot, the command was bar plot, and to draw a histogram, the command is histogram. So the only difference in the diagram of the histogram in bar plot, uh, la, the categories are the three categories we'll take and the frequencies we take. In histogram, we can take the either we can take a categories or we can take continuous numbers. In that way, we can draw a histogram. So first we will take categories. For example, I have an MPG. Here I have seen in empty car we have an MPG column. So various MPG values are given. So I'll first of all I'll use that MPG. So when we say that MPG is there, so we will create a histogram of that MPG. So for MPG, when we see this histogram, it has said 10 to 15. It has here also we can say numbers because here MPG, the number values are there. We can see various values starting 21, 21, 22, 14. So there are a lot of values. So entire values are starting from 10 to 35. So it automatically it has taken a values like 10 to 15, 15 to 20, it has done automatically according to the our requirements. So if you want to make a color, the only, you have to specify single color. Color equals to dark green. The command is hist. Here you want to part which histogram you want to create, and color equals to dark green. So we will see that this is their histogram. In this way, you can draw a histogram. Now we will see take one real life example where I have taken created a vector of some students of the marks they are obtained out of 50. So now I want to see the histogram of these values. So the command is hist. I will create a vector first of all. After creating command is hist, I'll pass this. Main is for again main, as we know main equals to double quotes. When we write, it will give you a heading. Xlab is for the x-axis name, ylab is for the y-axis, color is for specify the color. Here we can specify Here we can specify this x limit and y limit also if we want it. So accordingly, if I want x-axis limit, I have to specify the limits. Then I will specify border color. I have given red. X limit is since my values are ranging from 20 to 45. I will specify x limit is 20 to 45. Y limit is 0 to 6. So maximum I can see that frequency is 6. So that why I have specified. It is an optional things which if you want to specify. Now I will execute this. So here we can see my histogram is ready. My marks obtained is there, distribution of marks, number of marks, and each category 20 to 25 1 student, 25 to 30 1 student, 30 to 35 there are 5 students, 35 to 40 there are 4.4 students, and 40 to 50 there are 3 students. In that way it has be created a histogram. So if you want to zoom it, click, you can see here zoom, click on zoom, it will show you a zoom. If you want to export it, click on export. If you want to save as image, save as image. Where you want to specify save, you have to specify your directory where you want to save your file name, give your file name, and it will save. So I hope that you have understood how to draw histogram and bar plots. If you have any doubt, you can ask me in a comment section. I'll be happy to answer your queries. Thank you.